What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawnyScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawnyScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawnyScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Shawn. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yep. Good morning, Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. It is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday. Today is Hump Day.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. Congratulations. We done made it to another day, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. We are blessed to be alive. Let me do we got 2 hours. Then Roddy Perry Live comes on. So we got to get straight to it. Shawnee Scott, how was your night? Let me tell you how her night was. She was working. She's never not working. What'd you do last night?
Actually, I was trying to chill last night, and then some issues happened with my kids because they were at my mom's house, but they're at home. So at about 1 o'clock in the morning, I had to go get them because some drama was going down.
At 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
What?
So remember I told you there was an extra kid. I had an extra kid here.
Yeah, the cousin.
So yeah, some stuff happened with that. And then I'm gonna go get my kids. I just know that, when stuff is going sideways and haywire. And I explained to my kids, I picked them up, I said, hey, y'all see, I don't like other people's kids coming to my house. Because people have different standards and it's just some stuff I ain't about to deal with. So no, I'm gonna pick y'all up and gonna drop her off at home, and that's that.
That was short-lived.
Good morning.
Yeah, like going to grandma's house shouldn't be that big a
well, they're going back. They're gonna go back today. Just the two of them. Just two of them are gonna go back today. But no, I had to. They called. One of them called upset, and it was a bad situation, and it's like, nah, I ain't leaving my kids in that. And I had to, and what was so bad about it, my mom didn't even know what was going on because she was asleep, so I had to call her and wake her up and get her abreast of what was happening.
What?
It's like, what? Hey, Pammy girl,
that just stressed me out.
Yes.
Yeah, that just put stress on. Man, I'm sorry to hear that you got had all that, and damn, I don't even know the backstory because that don't make no sense. Like y'all should be asleep. What the hell y'all doing? What are y'all?
Right.
What are we doing? Like what? Jesus. All right. Well, Sexy Mo. The question for you is always: did you sleep last night? That's all we want to know. Did you get any sleep last night?
So I finally got a little bit of sleep. Just
good.
A little bit.
Good.
How much is a little bit? How much is a little bit?
3 hours. Like 3 hours. 3 hours solid.
Okay.
Damn. I've been there. That sucks.
I did everything last night. Peppermint tea. Melatonin. I think that combination is what was like, all right, girl, let me just go on and let this work in your body. And
peppermint tea, melatonin. Do you ever? I'm not
vanilla tea, actually.
Do you ever smoke weed? I'm not even being funny. Do you ever think about smoking weed, or do you get drug tested?
You know what? I think that I do get drug tests. So I think that I am going to look into getting my medical marijuana card or something. Just
when I really couldn't sleep, there was a lady I met. When I really couldn't sleep, there was a lady I met who came with a briefcase. I met her at a comedy club, and she came to the apartment, and she had a brief. She was real professional. She had a briefcase, the whole nine, and she had all these versions of weed. She said, "This weed is for this. This weed is for that. This weed is for sleep. Don't smoke
Oh,
this
the strands.
weed." Yeah, the strands. And she was like, "This weed, if you smoke this weed, don't plan anything for the weekend because you're gonna be stuck." Right? She was like, "You're just gonna be stuck." Yeah. And I was like, "Well, give me the one to sleep."
Yeah.
And then she gave it to me, and I bought it. And then I said, "Well, smoke it." Like, I'm still paranoid. I'm like, "Is this gonna make you sleep? Because you still got to drive." She said, "No, it's gonna be good, but it's gonna make you sleep." So we smoked a little bit. It was fine. And it worked. I'm just not a weed smoker. It actually worked. Like I slept. Like
so
I slept for a minute.
Any other form, like what is it? The liquid.
I don't know. It probably does. Edibles are great. Vegas got the best gummies. That's what they're saying. And
yes, at Planet 13. So I did get gummies when I went in December to Planet 13 out in Vegas.
Somebody said they could see me owning a dispensary and a comedy club.
A comedy club.
You know how dope that would be?
Yes.
Do you know how somebody just stole your idea is going to make $1 trillion to have a dispensary and a comedy club?
Yes.
They are.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord.
I went and smoked, and then I had some laughs right
Goodness
next door.
God, that would be beautiful. It'd probably be the best crowd in the history of crowds if you had that as they were going in and going out.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be dope. So other than that, everything else was, did we ever talk about that crazy thing that happened to you?
Which one?
No, yeah. The guy riding the bike.
No, we did not. We did not. All
right, I'm gonna let you
talk about it now because my nerves are better. I'm not, crazy.
Yeah. So Mo had to dip off the show.
Let's see how your night went first.
But how my night went first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my night was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to hug a tree yesterday. Everything was good. I seen yesterday. Now I have a steady. Well, no, it's not steady. I saw my therapist on yesterday at what time? What time? 1:00. But now it's gonna be Fridays at 3:00 every Friday. So that went well. That was cool. But what else? Don't do Taco Bell. I don't know why they built a new Taco Bell. No diss to Taco Bell. No diss. I'm not dissing Taco Bell. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. But they opened a new pretty it's a pretty Taco Bell. I had never seen a Taco Bell this pretty. Real talk. Like Jay Black would probably throw a flag. Jay Black's not here. He's running errands for his wife.
He's got a honeydew list this morning.
He got a honeydew list this morning, like early in the morning. So let's not get it fucked up. Who runs that house? So they opened a new Taco Bell. I don't know why I went to Taco Bell. I don't know why I got 3 soft tacos. I don't know why I got the mild sauce. I didn't even know Taco Bell doesn't have French fries. They got nacho somethings. They don't even have French fries.
Nacho fries.
I thought every place had regular French fries.
No.
So I wound up eating like 1 or 2 of them. I'm not saying they were bad. As long as I lived in Texas, I always thought tacos were the most overrated thing. Tacos are overrated in Texas the way cheesesteaks are overrated in Philly. Like they are the most overrated products. I am not a taco fan. It's just a bunch of meat.
You went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell is not a good example. Taco Bell is not a good example.
Yeah.
Yes.
It raised the Taco Bell. I mean, when I was in Texas and people kept sending me to places, go here and go here and go over here then go. And I'm like, okay, it's still a fucking taco. But so I did that and that was disappointing. That's how boring my time was. I worked out. That was cool. Shout to the guy who does the landscaping for my mom. He does an amazing job, right? This guy does an amazing job with my mom's lawn, and he's 72 years old. And this dude is effing amazing. It's just him and another guy. And when I tell you he's got the whole neighborhood on, I said, you're 72? Like the dude is like just still bulky and all cut. And I was like, wow, you give me hope. Wow, I'm never gonna be that. But the dude is 72, so shout to him. And all right, tell us a story about. Now remember, when Mo tells this story, Mo leaves the show to take her son, right? So she's already late. She's late. I know she's late. She's not gonna admit she's late, but she's late to drop the boy off to school.
Yeah,
we already know that off the muscle. So she dips out.
Really.
Now we normally do not hear from Mo again for hours or maybe late that night unless we start sending little Instagram things or little posts or whatever. We're not going to hear from Mo. All of a sudden we see a text message, which is odd. And then Mo texts us
a long one.
A long one.
More than 3 words.
A passage. She was our research department.
I was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
Go ahead, Mo. What happened?
Yes. So, pull up, coming off my block, pull up to the stop sign, and coming off my street, there's, a lot of traffic in the morning because people are trying to get to school, work.
So sound effects.
I'm at a stop sign, looking both ways. I look the way of where towards the passenger side,
right,
and boom, into my side door is a kid on a bike. So my nerves.
So he was looking at his phone. Is that what the moral of the story was?
He had his headphones on. He was riding with some boys, which, by the way, left him.
On a bicycle or a motorcycle?
On a bicycle.
On a bicycle.
Oh, wow.
Bicycle.
They be dipping on bicycles.
And so what happens is, because my block is a quiet street, they automatically run straight through. Instead of stopping at that corner, they run their bikes all the way through. Because it's open. You don't have to hop like a curb. It's open. So they ride it all the way through. And a lot of times without looking, because they think that because the stop sign is there, they're not going to get hit or anything like that. So it freaked me out so bad. But I remained calm. I was like, he was like, I'm fine. I was like, no, let's call your mom. Baby, we gotta call your mom. That's when I saw the fear in his eyes. He was like, no, we don't need to call my mom. I'm fine. I'm just going to leave. I'm fine. I said, no, I don't feel comfortable with you leaving, even though he was still up on, standing up on a bike. I said, first, take your headphones off.
Keep talking, bro. Keep going.
Take your headphones off. And, my son was in a car, Spike Lee Jr. He's like, I hope you know I'm taping this. I was like... Before I knew it, he had uploaded it to YouTube.
All right, Gabe.
Sat down. So, of course, the police came, the ambulance came, fire truck came. I finally got a hold of his mom. She came to the scene. She was really sweet. Thanked me for calling her and everything. But I think I was more traumatized than the little boy. Because I think that's anybody who is a parent. That's like your worst nightmare of anything involving a kid.
Well, they don't get it. They don't get it. Like he just bounced off the car and he gonna go on. It's like, boy, you could have some kind of internal damage or something.
Yes.
Mo, you a greatness, because I would have let that little motherfucker go. I got a place to go. I'd have let him. I'm like, go ahead then, you good? Let me see you stretch. Do 5 jumping jacks. Now get the hell on out of here. Because I gotta go.
So irresponsible. It would have been irresponsible to let the baby.
It really would have been.
How old was the kid? Because I had to go and check what this damn dog was doing. How old was the kid?
13. He was. He said he was 13, and I only found that out because my son was like, "Mom, he's 13 like me." I was like, "Okay." But so when I was speaking to him, I started freaking out and having a damn panic attack until after his mom took him. Like they left. All
right, that was good. That was good work.
13, Nikki.
13.
The ambulance wouldn't let me walk out the back until my vitals was down. Of course, everything went up.
Yeah, because you hear that boom. You hear that boom on the side of your car, and the kid, you thinking this kid, you thinking you about to, you thinking it's a car first. You're like, oh shit.
But it would have been no way that it could have been a car.
Right.
Literally at the stop sign. And it freaked me out because my son is on that side. I sit up in the front now. So all in all, it all worked out. Nobody got physically hurt. Thank God.
Yeah, it worked out.
Good.
That's the only reason why I said the story, because now it's funny. You dumbass.
It's funny.
Kids ride their bike in the car. How do you ride your bike into a car, like directly into a stopped car at a stop sign?
He wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't paying attention. And I asked him, I said, did you not see me? He was like, I just saw, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, the headphones.
He was probably looking back at his friends or something.
Headphones. And I think he was, looking back at his friends. They was probably joking and laughing. And he was just riding. He was going so fast.
Man.
And
Boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom. All right.
Yeah.
I
bike
just had
wasn't
to,
mangled. Bike wasn't nothing wrong with the bike. Tire just bounced off. I guess bounced a little bit off the door.
I
It
felt
was
so
just like a
bad.
little skid marks on the door or whatever, like little paint. That's it.
And see, Mo was already having a bad day. Like she was already in anxiety mode already over,
Hey,
and
good
I felt
morning,
bad
Flo.
because when she told me the whole story, I was like, oh, this just motherfucker hit her with the bike. He fine, but then I was like, oh, but she been fucked up all morning. Like this is just the icing on the cake. It
This
didn't
was
take
the
much.
icing on the cake.
All that you could have spilled your coffee on your shirt. You would have had to call an ambulance. Like you was
Yes.
already on 10. So I felt
And-
bad. So
And in the midst of all of this, when the cops came, one of the cop cars made a U-turn, and boom, car smacked into the side of the police truck
really?
during the midst.
Oh
of
wow.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
dangerous corner over there in
Well,
wherever in Jersey
Jersey,
your ass
in
lives. No, she in
Jersey.
Jersey. We can't blame that
In
shit on Philly.
Jersey. And it's quiet. I live in a quiet town. It's quiet.
My. All right. Well, I'm glad
Speaking
you're
of
okay.
crashes.
So,
Yes.
just speaking of crashes,
Speaking of crashes.
and I gotta save one of these things because I don't want Shawnee to wild out on me. Well, she's gonna wild out with me if I bring this one topic up. Like this one, she's gonna wild out with me because it's very it's an annoying topic that I can't believe the national media has really not given a fuck about. But let's get into speaking of crashes. There was a crash where a guy crashed head on to a FedEx truck. We got the picture of it, and it's a major crash. Now, dun dun dun, cause of the crash. Why did the driver drive directly into a FedEx truck? Why did he do something dumber than a kid on a bicycle running into Sexy Mo's car? Because somebody was hitting him with the oral sex, was hitting him with the oral presentation. And that must have been good because he done smashed dead into a FedEx truck. I know there's got to be severe damage to him and her mouth because that is a bad situation. I told the story yesterday on how somebody hit my car and was doing the same thing at like 2:00 in the morning, which is more acceptable at 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday night. Like,
why is it more acceptable?
Because Saturday night people be wilding, drinking.
Yeah,
this looks like it's the middle of the day. Like she really tried to be spontaneous in the middle of the day and just hit him with the surprise, like, ha ha, look what I'm gonna do. So that happened to me, and they proved it.
Okay.
No, Saturdays are just a wild night. Different things happen on Saturdays after the club. I'm sure they was partying and they wanted to get it in.
A little preview before you get to the house.
Or the hotel.
Or
or the dark area.
The dark area.
Sometimes in the car you just want to find a dark area. You just looking for a dark area in the back of the parking lot. That's all you looking for.
Dark area in the back of the parking lot sounds a little creepy.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. Hey man, you got to be careful as a man. Like you got to understand, are you built for that? Because driving and that action being performed takes a lot of focus. A lot. Like I don't even suggest
for her because I know her head had to hit the steering wheel. I mean the airbags and the.
Well, they're saying that he is the only person that was treated for injuries to his genitalia after the wreck.
Well, I can see that happening because if something hit her, like if they had an impact, I'm pretty sure her jaw's just like cut down.
Yeah, so
it's still attached to his body.
Yeah, they're saying he was. Now the two people in the FedEx truck were not seriously hurt. If you look at the picture, like it's a guy. I'm wondering which is which. I'm assuming because somebody's laying on the ground. Oh, the one standing right there with the police officers is 3 people on the ground. Yeah, so the one standing there with the police officers, that he has his pants down. So maybe that's him.
That must be him. Yeah, that must. Yeah, Well, somebody's going into surgery and somebody's going to the dentist.
Oof, I think both.
Well, I mean, they said, listen, the only injuries were
have any teeth to begin with.
Oh, girl got a strong.
And they didn't have. Neither one of them had clothes on.
Damn, they was. Oh man, they was ready.
They said they found both of them inside the vehicle, inside the SUV, unclothed.
They
were getting it in.
Not partially.
They were getting it in.
Fully unclothed. They were getting it in.
She probably was straddling him. I don't know about just oral. She something else was going on.
But is
Oh,
his
man.
You done took all your clothes off.
Since we giving head happens during certain times of day. Since
Sometimes
when giving
that's
head?
what I'm saying. It's like we can only do it on a Saturday
I'm just
night.
telling you, I understand on the weekend
He's
because people are
doing-
getting drunk and leaving the
Yeah.
club. That looks like the middle of the day. Y'all
That
wilding.
looked like the middle of the day. That looked like somebody
butt
power
naked
hour, somebody
in the
lunch
middle of the
break.
day.
But what's
in the
wrong with
car.
that?
No, I'm not.
wrong
No,
with
I'm not
that?
saying nothing's wrong with that. I'm saying in the middle of the day, y'all butt naked in the car with no tinted windows. Y'all ain't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Y'all was like, it's on. I'm
That's
applauding
right.
it. Like, go ahead, go get it.
Hey, I mean,
But
they
if you
happy. They
but
happy.
make sure you
Like
spill
Kathy-
some people leader that.
Kathy said so. He was hit.
Yeah, yes,
head
Kathy. He
on.
was hit
Yeah,
head
on.
on. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn,
Oh, my
man.
Good for
goodness.
them.
And I hope
They're
neither
okay.
one of them. I hope neither one of them has a significant other. I hope they weren't cheating on nobody.
That's why I said
I-
it looked
yeah,
like
I hope
power
they
hour,
were
somebody lunch
together.
break. It just
That looked
I
like
hope-
I hope they weren't.
I hope
Yeah,
Closed
couples.
his
they're a
eyes just
couple.
for Jeanette. It looked like he closed his eyes.
Can't close
and
your
his
eyes.
head went back.
That's what I be telling y'all. Everybody we watching movies thinking that's easy. Like you can drive and have that happen to you. You still got to stay focused. Like you got to be gangster enough to still hit the signal light and switch lanes and the whole nine. Like you got to keep your focus. You got to focus. Y'all can't be laying your head back. You hit a FedEx truck.
Yes, Nikki. She
Yes,
was
Nikki.
having sausage for lunch. Well, that
Yeah,
was
she
a
was-
good one.
She was all the way in.
Well, they at
But
least
good
they
for
have a
them
story
if they're a
to tell.
couple. Now, if they cheating, then that's what they ass
I'm
get.
telling
But if
you,
they're a couple,
I-
good for y'all.
Yeah,
Good for y'all.
I'm waiting for this story to unfold a little bit more so we can get a little bit more detail because
I don't think
that
they're a
definitely
couple.
looked like they was on somebody's lunch break.
Yeah, I got $20.
fully
I
undressed in
owe
a
Shawnee
car.
20. I already owe Shawnee 20. I got a
Yeah,
cash
you
app for
already
20.
owe me $20.
I got another $20 and we're gonna find out information that these two got significant others. And let me tell
Why
you
we
something.
can't be? Why they can't? Let's not make it that. They could
Put
have
that
been
picture.
a happy
Put that picture
couple.
Put
Listen,
that
A
picture
happy couple enjoying their lunch break. Maybe he went
Yeah.
and picked her up for her lunch break. His lunch break. They
Hell
said,
no.
"Hey, let's."
not
They
when
was-
they, not
we
when
ain't
they
got
both
the
naked.
kids.
I don't know.
No, they
Yeah,
got
ain't
naked
got the
fast because they didn't
kids.
have
They
enough
got
time.
naked.
They was getting naked, so they was
Yeah,
already
yeah,
naked
why
when they
can't
got there.
Why can't you be spontaneous in your
Yeah,
Because
relationship?
you can be spontaneous, but couples know how to do it without pulling off all their clothes. If you together, you and your man, your significant other, y'all know how to get busy without pulling off all your
And
clothes.
did the report call them a couple or married couple or anything? Because they were married, they would have put that in the report.
Oh,
Let's see. It
They
just
would have put married couple.
says
yes.
no. It doesn't say married couple. It says male passenger and female passenger.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Ding, ding,
But-
ding, ding, ding.
Check it out. The airbags are out on the back seat too. The airbags deployed
nice
around the
car.
whole car.
I think that's
Yeah.
an automatic for those SUVs.
I don't even know if I got that in my SUV, but that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
on
nice.
the
That's a
window,
nice option.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Infinity has those what they call
Oh.
curtain airbags.
Okay. Well, that would be a good advertisement. Our
Where you
cars
see
are so
brown
safe.
legs?
Our cars are so safe. Even when you're getting head, you can survive. I see
white
white
legs and brown
legs and
legs.
brown legs. I ain't got my glasses.
I
Y'all
just
go
see
ahead.
white legs.
I see
I don't-
white legs laying down, but I do the
Oh,
ones that's
I
raised
see white
in the left hand corner.
legs,
Yeah, they do
brown
look a little
legs
thin.
too.
But I mean, you
Get
know, come on now.
head
Yeah. They
between
have
me and
interracial
you.
couples now, you
And I
know.
think to
There's
myself,
nothing love
They
who
was-
you love.
Yeah.
how I
Touch
love
on
to
who you
get
wanna touch
head.
But let this be a lesson in
Get
spontaneity.
head in the morning, head at
Well,
night,
handle it.
head in the car. It's always all right. And I think to myself, how I love to get head. So funny
Well,
to
he
me.
was getting it.
Where's Jay Black when I need him?
He was
He
definitely
definitely got
getting
it.
it. He got
He
it.
got it.
He got it. But his little wee wee is all messed up now. So
Yeah, that's why I man,
You
listen.
called it a wee wee, a little.
I mean, well, I don't know if
Ooh.
it's little. I'm just saying. So no disrespect,
It's
no
definitely a little
disrespect.
wee wee
His-
now, though. It's
Yeah, it definitely is
a little wee-wee
now. It definitely is now. That
Wee-wee
poor
at that
thing. That's
point, yeah.
abuse. Poor thing. All right. Well, hey, be careful, y'all. Like, you want to be spontaneous, but you got to be safe at the same time. You got to make sure,
That's
practice.
right.
Like, practice at home. Like, do stuff and see if you can, Get some head and see if you can do other stuff. Like you can play Candy Crush and get head at the same time.
What's
See
up,
if you can stay
Josh?
focused. Hey, y'all missed Miss Shaw. He picked a trick for lunch.
Oh my
Hey, that's
God,
what we
y'all,
said. Shawty don't want to admit it.
I don't want to because they could be a dating couple. Just
picked up
because
a
they
trick.
didn't say they were married, they could be a dating couple.
Wish I
They
would
could
tell my
be-
girl get naked now in the middle of the day in the car. She
Why
look at
they
me like,
can't
what
just
you think
why
we
they
20?
can't just be, you know, a happy couple in love?
Josh, I'll tell you what you walked into. A man was getting ahead and he crashed head on while he was driving. And he crashed head on into a FedEx truck in the middle of the day. And Shawnee thinks it's a loving couple being spontaneous. And me, Mo, think he picked up his little joint and they was like on a lunch break. And they was both naked in the car. They was already naked. So they had to rush. They was like, get naked now. We do it. They was going to do it in the car. He was just finding a place. They had a place to go
putting
do
a
it.
story together now. We putting a story together. They was already
Yeah,
naked.
y'all putting a story
Already
together. They
naked.
could have just, you know, been like, let's try this. Let's try this.
I understand,
Right.
homie. I know what it is. They have a lunch break and be like, you've been dying to smash out. And you're like, yeah, y'all been going back and forth with the text
Oh, my
messages.
God.
Y'all already hot.
Behind the plate.
They coming in hot.
They coming in hot. And now y'all got to explain to your bosses. Y'all couldn't even explain because y'all was laying there. Y'all couldn't even make the phone call. Look, we done made it. They had to call their boss. Yo, I got into a major car accident. How? It's a whole nother.
Long story.
This is a long story. Shout to Aaron Donald, no segue, of the Los Angeles Rams, one of the greatest defensive players that we've seen in the last 20, 25 years. Ladies, he received a $40 million raise yesterday.
Oh, really?
He is now at $98 million.
Wow.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL history. So shout to him. Shout to I don't know if Aaron Donald's married. I know he's only like 32. You think he's only 32 years old.
Well,
He was threatening to retire, and the Rams paid that money up, and they said, "Yo, take this $40 million raise," even though he already had a contract. I ain't mad at Aaron Donald for getting that $40 million raise. Shout out to Monkeypox.
Is it guaranteed? Is it guaranteed?
Yeah. This money's guaranteed. NFL players. Aaron Donald.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Usually the NFL, in the NBA, they're guaranteed.
Everything is changing. Deshaun Watson, quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, just got a $230 million guaranteed contract.
Wow.
All that money guaranteed, and he has 25 different sexual assault charges.
So they're gonna bang him up more.
So his lawyer, the funny thing, I didn't know this. I learned something from his lawyer on the radio. I don't think his lawyer, who's making like $2,000 an hour, and I mean that for real. His lawyer said, his lawyer for Deshaun Watson, because this is all based on massages. So they're saying he assaulted these ladies while he was receiving massages. Now he received a lot of massages from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson, you should have known better when you were going to get massages at apartment complexes. Now these are facts. Like he was visiting chicks in apartment complexes to get a massage that he was getting off of social media. And I was like, come on, Deshaun, you can't do that. You know, it's dangerous. So the lawyer got on there, and I did not know this. He said, how many guys in the listening audience, he was on the radio, have received a happy ending at the end of a massage? I think a lot of guys who are listening have received happy endings. And he said, a happy ending is not illegal unless you pay extra. Didn't know that.
I mean, but how is that part of the massage?
Unless you pay extra, the lawyer said it is not illegal to receive a happy ending. Now, the contradiction in this, because I'm pulling for Deshaun, but when you read the whole story, you realize Deshaun was a very immature young man with a lot of money. But I don't want to get all into it. But he paid the girl $5,000
for a massage.
Yeah. So even though all you got to do is say the massage costs $5,000, but we know the reason why the massage costs $5,000 is because how the massage had to end, because you wasn't paying $5,000 for a regular massage. Was he dumb? Yeah, but I don't believe all these women. Listen, man, I'm not getting into I don't believe all these women because I feel bad because they might, because if you get accustomed to people giving you happy endings and somebody doesn't give you a happy ending and then you get a little aggressive with it, I don't know. These are always he say she. I don't know. I honestly don't know because
Well,
it
I
could
know
be a
like
woman
the
in there.
criminal charges were dropped, but these
Yeah,
women can all still come after him in a civil suit
yeah.
and rack up
hmm
and still win.
The problem is now, when
That's
you
what
got
I
two
say, Don.
Yeah.
$5,000 for a
5,000
massage.
and
$5,000.
massages are my vice. Like that, some people spend money on golf, going golf, and my money goes to massages.
But
But I five
that's an
thousand
expensive
dollars.
blowjob.
Blowjob. Yeah, that's
And that's the other thing. Did
a
he?
lot.
I wonder
Dang.
what his happy endings were. Were they the hand of the
And
hand, or were they of the oral presentation? Because, like, let's say a woman is like down to give you the happy ending with her hands. That's a
Mhm.
big difference from that to you saying, no, I need that. I need that other thing, and then a confrontation happens between that. Like, that's a big technicality, but
Wow.
but
I thought the
Deshaun,
happy ending just always happened with the hands. I ain't know they in there using their mouth. Lord have mercy.
yeah, these
depends on
massage
what
places.
salon you go to.
Oh,
Once a
wow.
lot, but I didn't know if it's
But
all.
Philly has a lot of them in Chinatown.
And
A
I've
lot
always
of
been
different places.
like,
And
I've
they
always,
just sitting there putting. Oh,
yeah. I
oh,
mean, I
wow.
don't know. I don't know. From what I heard, most of the time they ended with the hand. From
With
what
the
I heard,
hand.
yeah, with the hand.
Because
Yeah,
that's a lot of things to be putting in your mouth.
that's a lot.
That's a
That's a
lot.
lot. I think I'd rather run
Do
into a
they
FedEx truck.
wash them or do they bathe the dudes? Because it's like,
Do they wash them first?
Yeah,
girl,
they wash them.
that's a, ooh.
From what
Yeah,
I heard,
they suds
they
you
wash them
They
very
suds
nicely.
you
They wash them.
down.
Yeah,
From what I hear,
yeah. From what I
they
heard,
suds you down. They wash all your whole body. They give you
like a
this scrub
baby.
with the special
Yeah, they scrub
kind
you
of
like a baby.
loofah, and it kind of takes off all of the top layer, like the
Yeah,
top skin off the skin.
yeah.
Then they massage you, rub you
From,
down, and then you get the happy ending.
yeah. From what I heard, they
From
wash you.
what
You
I
feel.
heard,
From what I heard, you feel like a newborn baby after they wash you.
yes.
Like the washing that you get, you'll never be that clean again in history. Like, damn, I'll give him a side for half of that. Now the NFL are paying his legal woes with that big deal to keep him.
Yeah.
Like, I get why people listen, man. I understand it's not a good situation. I understand why people are mad at the Cleveland Browns for rewarding him with $230 million guaranteed dollars, and you still haven't cleared up 24 different cases. Like, I get why
What,
people are upset. Josh, okay, as a
Ooh.
man who has a trending podcast on Twitch, let me tell you, these women be manipulative as hell. Josh, I'll suck you off for an intro video. Hey, I
Wow.
get it on both sides.
what kind of videos you make, Josh? Let's use
Yeah,
your
because
word.
I
They
understand it
gonna do all
on both
that for a
sides.
video?
Shawnee, I've never been propositioned for a space on the show. Have you?
I mean,
ain't
we've been
nobody ever-
propositioned for a space on a radio show.
Well, yeah, that
Hey.
is true. That is true.
They
Can you imagine somebody calling up Media Room 360 and say, "Yo, Shawnee, I'll take care of you if I can get a square.
if I can get a square.
Girl,
Let
listen.
me get a square."
I'd be like,
Ooh.
you can just pay. You can just pay.
Well, I think it wouldn't be responsible if we didn't at least say, well, what do you mean take care of? Like, what does take care of mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, I think we should at least investigate, what it is that you down to do for a square. Yeah. I'm just saying it would be.
Cut the
You just
check.
want to know what squares are going for these.
No, I just want to know. Yeah, I just
Send
want to
the
know what the
cash out.
value. Yeah, what
What's
the
the value
value
of
of the
the square?
square is. Like, like, what do you mean? Like, y'all got to check me
Josh,
out one
when are
day.
you on?
Yeah,
When
you
are
got to
on,
go.
Josh.
You got a
Put it
platform.
down
Go ahead,
there.
Josh. Tell us where you on. But
So
I get
we
it
can
both
check
ways
it
with
out.
Deshaun Watson. And I understand that they're going to be women who are going to be upset that Deshaun Watson got $230 million and they still haven't settled these sexual assault things. I get it.
They're gonna go after his money. Like they're
course.
definitely, especially the ones who said that it wasn't about the money. It's always going to have some type of monetary component to it. And
Now,
especially if they drop those other charges, they dropped the criminal charges or found them not warranted to pursue any further. They're gonna go after his money.
And in two different cities, it happened in two different cities. The judge said there wasn't enough evidence. Now, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like what they do. Now, this is both ways. I don't like it both ways. I don't like when people say when these many people come out. I hate when people say they can't all be lying. I'm not saying these ladies are lying.
Mhm.
I'm not saying these ladies are lying. But if they're all going through the same lawyer, you do know they all can be. Like, I hate when people say everybody can't be lying.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm not
they have
saying
the
these
same
ladies are
attorney.
lying. Now, if it's is it unlikely that all 24 people are lying? Probably. It's probably somebody who got caught up in something that she wasn't ready to get caught up in and had a change of heart and was like, yo, I mean, I'm not about this. Like,
It's kind of like
probably.
the class action suit, right? Something happens to one, legitimately happens to one person, and then they put it out there and say, and I'm not saying that in this case because there's alleged victims involved. But I'll say this: if you know that you use the product, you ever see those infomercials? If you
Right.
use
Yeah.
this between this and this, jump in on this class action suit, and everybody comes out the woodworks and say, "Well, I used it. Well, maybe that's why I was, So I think that all of these women who are coming out, it could possibly be, oh, well, I gave him a massage too. Oh, me
Yeah.
too.
And he called me a bitch.
Right.
And something could have went wrong. But this is what got me when other NFL players were like, yo, why the fuck do you have that many people massaging you? I guess it was almost like other NFL players were like, you normally have your masseuse, the one, you know what I'm saying? You're one or you're three that are on payroll that are just like,
Yes.
you already know you got your monthly salary coming from me, so don't worry about it. And we got the non-disclosure. You can't just
wanted a
recklessly.
variety.
Right.
You can't be getting them off of Instagram, homie. Like
He wanted 31 flavors.
Listen.
He was.
There's only
Baskin
32 teams in
Robbins.
the NFL. Damn, homie. Like, what are we doing? But
Hey, Josh, where can we catch the replay?
yeah, get us the
9 a.m. We're
replay.
still on.
I got
Where can we catch the replay?
at 9 a.m. I can't actually watch that. All right. Before we get into the touchy relationship topics, and I want to learn from you women how you go about how a man and women should really talk about these touchy relationship topics. I just want to tell you how embarrassing it is. How embarrassing it is that Brittany Griner is still in jail in Russia.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say how ridiculous, how offensive, and how disrespectful that one of the stars of the WNBA is still sitting in jail in Russia because she had a vape that had weed in it.
Well, what's disrespectful is that one of our WNBA stars had to play overseas just to make enough money.
All of them, a majority of them.
That's what's disrespectful.
Yeah. So they got, but to have, and one lady said it, and she said it in a more articulate way than I can ever say it. If LeBron James was in Russia and was in a jail in Russia, we damn near go to war to get him out. Like, it would be a problem if they had, let's say, Tom Brady was in jail in Russia.
He wouldn't go.
They'd be like, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do is you're gonna let Tom Brady out. And the fact that they actually told the WNBA players when she first got put in prison, they told them, please, y'all, don't make a big deal about it. They told their players, don't make a big deal about it. They told them, don't post, don't go on Twitter, don't go on social media, don't do the free Britney thing. Let's just chill for a second. There have already been people who were in jail who have been released before her. And ESPN, and I'm glad Stephen A. Smith is starting to get checked by people. Because he got checked by two players yesterday on ESPN, and I loved it. And he got checked by, I forget the young woman's name, who said, how many times do you talk about this on First Take, his show, First Take? How many times have you talked about Brittany Griner? How many times has the subject come up? And he was like, he had to apologize. He had to apologize for not bringing it up. Dog, an athlete from America, a woman is locked up in Russia for nonsense. And we're going to do our best. They sure did. They have to be muted. So now there was a petition, and the amount of signatures that was on that petition was so, like, I think it was like 150,000, which is nothing.
Right.
People get that for all types of, like, they should be millions of signatures on there.
Yeah, they get that for county elections.
For county elections.
Yeah.
So I feel heartbroken for that woman, because I know she's in the middle of some shit that she is never going to be the same from. And we don't know what's being done to her. Now, they say now that her lawyer has set up emails. Somehow or another, she's getting emails. So now this is turned into a symbolic thing where Russia's doing this just to make America look bad now, which you did a good job. You did a great job. The only problem is you really didn't do a good job, because a lot of people don't give a fuck in America and don't care.
Oh yeah, she's a black woman locked up in Russia. No, they don't care. No.
And as the days go by, I keep like,
but I don't get why the LGBT. I don't know the alphabets, but I'm not even understanding why they're not behind her more.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't.
I don't get it.
That is an amazing.
She has a wife. She has a kid. You know, I don't get it. But you know, like I said, she's a black woman.
Where are y'all at? Where are the protests at during Pride Month? One of y'all are in a Russian prison, and where is the protest? But y'all protest Dave Chappelle, but y'all let me get this straight. Y'all want to get Dave Chappelle off of Netflix, but y'all don't want to get Brittany Griner out of jail? Or maybe I missed the protest, because I watch CNN. I watch them all. MSNBC, Fox. I ain't seen no massive protests at the Capitol. Free Brittany Griner. I ain't seen none of that.
None of that. None of that.
If y'all did it, let us know y'all did it, and I'll be like, my bad. But y'all wanted Dave Chappelle. Y'all wanted his neck.
Good morning, Action.
Good morning, Action. For those who don't know what Action is talking about, Action is doing a bike ride for collecting money for AIDS research. And he's now 244 miles in, 3 days, another short day, another day of climbing mountains, only 43 miles. And today is the evil twins have to climb 2 mountains back to back. Thanks for the support. Yep. Oh, my God.
Back to back. He's going from San Francisco to Los Angeles. It's a total of 545 miles. So you almost halfway there. By the end of the day, you should be halfway there, right? Action.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be halfway there. How many miles is it total?
545. And next year, we're doing the ride with him, Mike. Next year, we're doing the ride with him. We're going to support our brother.
Man,
so get ready to sign up.
I'm a roadie. I'll be a roadie. I'm handing out water.
I'm building whatever. We're going. We all going. We are all going.
Going back to Cali. So anyway, that's my rant on Brittany Griner, and it's a shame. And every day that she stays in there, it's more disgraceful. And once again, I said, if that was Tom Brady, he would have been out, and there was no way they would allow that country to hold Tom Brady. Now, shout to monkeypox. Shawnee told me monkeypox is now entered the Dallas area.
Yeah, they're saying. Let me see. Let me pull the story up. They're saying that we have our first case of monkeypox.
Why is it called monkeypox? Tell me this has something to do with a monkey for real. Like, what is monkeypox? You don't know it, but go ahead.
Up. I don't know what monkeypox is.
I don't even know what the hell monkeypox is.
I'm like, let's see. What is monkeypox? Let me ask Siri. Google. What is monkeypox? So monkeypox is a rare disease that's caused by infection with monkeypox virus. Monkeypox virus belongs to the orthopox genus in the family of Provoxidae. What the hell? I just need the regular definition.
Yeah, just tell me
how does a person get monkeypox? Let's see.
Yes. Let's get to that.
Monkeypox is transmitted to humans through close contact with an infected person or animal. It can also be transmitted from person to person by inhaling large respiratory droplets or through close contact with bodily fluids and lesions, as well as bedding and other contaminated materials. It's still not giving me an answer. I don't know what monkeypox is.
We don't know what
causes
monkeypox is. All we know is there's one in Dallas and there's one in Philly.
Monkeypox is not a sexually transmitted infection, but it can be transmitted between sexual partners. This is due to the virus spreading through skin-to-skin contact, as well as the monkeypox lesions commonly appearing around the genitals and anus.
That sounds like an STD to me. Shit.
No.
That sounds like it. That sounds like something I need.
Wait, monkeypox is rare, but potentially serious viral illness that typically begins with flu-like illness and swelling of the lymph nodes and progresses to a rash on the face and body. Most infections last 2 to 4 weeks. In parts of Central and West Africa where monkeypox occurs, people can be exposed through bites or scratches from rodents and small mammals, preparing wild game, or having contact with an infected animal or possibly animal products.
Oh, them vegans coming out. Monkeypox is in Philly area, so be careful. I know. I saw the report. So it doesn't say it came from monkeys. So why is it called monkeypox?
What animals can carry monkeypox?
Nasty blisters and shit. Ooh,
monkeys and apes, a variety of rodents, including rats, mice, squirrels, and prairie dogs, and rabbits.
And rabbits.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's the last thing we need. I'm not going back inside, y'all. I'm not going back inside. Hope y'all ain't trying to set it up that we got to go back inside. I'm not going back inside. I like being outside.
Well, it says, this originated in 1958. The first cases are documented in monkeys being used for research. However, monkeys are not the major carriers of the disease. Monkeypox is usually transmitted to humans by the bite of an infected animal or by touching an infected animal's blood, bodily fluids, or fur.
Damn.
That's crazy.
So why the monkey take all the heat for? Why you gotta call it the monkeypox?
Why call monkeypox?
Why didn't you call it the rodent pox or just animal pox? Motherfuckers always gotta go to the monkey. Monkeys always be catching hell, man. It's all a part of the population control. Hey, I'm not saying you wrong and I'm not saying you right. I don't put anything past anybody or anything in this world anymore. All I know is all of a sudden monkeypox is coming up. Just every once in a while, it keeps popping up. They keep dropping a little news story on monkeypox. Somebody said I had the chickenpox twice, which is rare. I know my chances for shingles, my mom has that, is high. But now we got monkeypox. I had the chickenpox once. Yeah,
I've never had the chickenpox. Never had the chickenpox.
What happened to the chickenpox? What happened? Nobody gets the chickenpox anymore.
I don't know, but we got our nurse practitioner here, so maybe she can.
Oh, we got to ask Sequisa.
Yeah, Sequisa.
Hey, our nurse practitioner, Sequisa is in the building.
Yeah. Just get your vaccine and the booster. So the vaccine and the booster is gonna help you not get monkeypox.
Don't ask me.
No, we just wonder.
Monkey lives matter.
Like COVID was when it first came out. Like if you go to medical books and look monkeypox, you will not find it mentioned anywhere.
Right.
So it's kind of like grabbing for straws, trying to figure it out like we did with COVID.
Look, they said there's a vaccine. There's always a vaccine. They be having vaccines on deck.
Yeah, but that's what happened to chickenpox. The vaccine took care of chickenpox.
Oh, is that what happened to chickenpox? I was wondering what the hell happened to chickenpox that my kids, nobody had to deal with chickenpox. Because when I got that shit, my mom was funny. When I got it, she made my sister sleep in my room so she could get it. She was like, no, y'all both gonna have this.
Yeah, my sister got it twice too, which is rare. And both times she got it, I had to sleep with her because my grandmother said that you have to get it when you're young because if you get it when you're older, it's deadly.
Yes.
So I never got it or not, didn't think that I got it. But when I, in nursing, you have to have the vaccines. And so they tested and I had the titer. So I had a very mild case of it where I didn't have an outbreak, but I had it before because I wouldn't have had the titers if I hadn't have had chickenpox before.
And I remember I'm so vain. I'm so
around someone that has chickenpox and you've never had it. If you have no titers, it can be very deadly for you.
Yeah, so it's good. Did you have chickenpox, Mo?
No.
Were you offended by that question? Was that too deep? No, I'm playing. Shawnee, did you have chickenpox? She probably can't hear.
I never had chickenpox.
Oh, you never had it?
She
Oh,
said
she's
she's
trying to get
scared.
hooked up. No, I've never had chicken pox. I've never had chicken pox.
Man, let me tell you something. My mom said,
Joyce had it twice at 5 and
yeah,
21. Wow.
yeah, she was 2 times. I've had the chicken pox
Nikki's had it
twice too.
twice.
Damn, it ain't as rare as we thought. All y'all motherfuckers got chicken pox 2 times.
Yeah.
My mom said if you scratch it, you're gonna leave a scar.
Yes.
You talk about somebody who ain't scratched. I had mittens on. My mom put mittens on us. And then we had to take some type of bath. I don't know what type of bath she
Oatmeal
took me.
bath.
I don't know what it was, but it was the bath that I never want to take ever again. It was just like, it was all thick and gooey or whatever. I said, oh, I'm good. Shaquisa, my mom did that to us. Yeah. Chickenpox is gone. I didn't know. The vaccine. Okay, that vaccine works. All right.
Sequisa's outside the club.
Oh, Sequisa want to get in the club. That's right. Come on, Sequisa, because I got to ask these questions on touchy topics in relationships.
An
I want
oatmeal bath.
our nurse practitioner to be on my IG. Because Mo's phone, Mo has been banned from Instagram. She's not, I don't know what she did, but she can't. Tam, you never had chicken pox? Okay. All right, well, good for you, girl. You must have got the vaccine. I ain't get the vaccine. I'm older than you. Here we go. Get Sequisa on my Instagram. Get her on the gram. Bam. All right.
I never had an oatmeal bath.
I don't even know if my mom gave me an oatmeal bath.
An oatmeal?
I don't even know. My mom could have put goddamn baking soda in there. I don't know what she did. I don't know what type of bath I took, but it was some type of bath. It worked because I stopped itching.
That's where the itching and the dryness.
I remember that. All right. Touchy topics and how we should handle them in relationships. We're gonna go to the easy ones. The easy ones in the beginning. We're gonna do the easy one. Okay.
Let's do the easy ones.
Okay. Let's just say you're in charge of the cooking, male or female, because you know some guys cook and they in charge of the cooking. I know some men. Okay. How do you let somebody know that their cooking is bad? Like, how do you go about explaining that? And they're adamant that they want to do the cooking. Like, whoever wants to go, whoever wants to jump in. And
I never have that issue because my facial expression always tells on me. So it's like,
yeah, my face is gonna let you know, because I just be like, you know what, baby, that's okay. Just, you know, I got strong points, and this one is not yours, so I will do the cooking. Can you just clean the kitchen? That's what I would say.
All right. So let me
maybe
reverse
some seasonings.
So let me reverse it. How does a man tell his significant other, the woman? How do I tell you, Shawnee, that you can't cook? In my opinion.
Tell me. I mean, I would want you just to be straight up. Just be like, Shawnee, look, I don't like this, and it doesn't taste good. I don't know what you're doing, but this is just not working for my palate. You know, just tell me. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Then what? Okay. Shaquisa, I gotta tell you, like, how do I go about? How does your husband be like, look, girl?
I don't think he would, because I probably wouldn't believe him.
But he's real, but I'm saying, like, how does he go about actually telling you this? Like, you can't, like, to me, like, there might be other people who tell you can cook, but every time you cook, like, I'm really like, can we just Uber Eats? Because I really don't, I don't really want to do it. Like, this has gotten to me.
I like I said, I don't think he would, because he already know I wouldn't believe him.
Don Pay said I'd make a joke about it. That ain't gonna work, because after the third joke, your face is going to say it. But women, we need to know, because we gotta have a resolution.
I mean, just say it. Just say. Or if you don't want to be blunt, if you don't want to be blunt, you say, baby, you know what? Don't even worry about cooking. We gonna order out, or I'm gonna take you out. You know, and then she should say, you know, eventually she should be like, oh, you don't like my cooking? And then that way you can tell her, you know. But I'll just say, look, girl, you can't cook. She probably knows she can't cook.
See, this is the problem.
If it's a new dish, one I haven't tried before, he probably would say something. But the things that I cook regularly, I wouldn't believe him. And like, he would probably suggest, like, let's not try this dish again. Like, right. Something like that.
Or what did you do different?
Right.
What did you do different?
Because you fucked this one up. These comments, some of y'all being funny. Some of y'all just telling her chicken tastes like goat ass. That's going to be a problem. Good morning, everybody.
That's a big problem.
Then there's one person who said, where were you at when your mama was in the kitchen? Like, God damn, all these damn cookbooks, bitch. What happened?
I mean, just because you got a cookbook don't mean you can cook, you know?
Sorry, I cook in my relationships. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. That was just light work. That was just, we're talking about touchy subjects. Nope. Tell her it's dumpster juice. Don't get stuck eating nasty meals your whole relationship. That's what I'm saying. Like something got to change.
Dumpster juice.
Maybe if I pay for go to a cooking class or something. Maybe you can take a class. They got classes. They got cooking classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or send them to somebody who can just cook, because we can't Uber Eats every meal.
You can't.
Like every dinner, we can't.
Especially
Uber
now.
Or you could get in the kitchen and help her.
But what if I don't know what I'm doing? Like what? I don't know what I'm doing.
Y'all got problems. Y'all got problems.
Invite somebody, mama, over. And
all right. Who said what? Go there. That's part of AJ Marie and YouTube and social media platforms. Click on and follow the steps. Oh, so she cooks on her YouTube? Is that what J Marie does?
Oh,
like, she must cook on her YouTube. All right, yeah.
No, she's saying that part. No, she's telling her that part. She's talking to J Marie. She's saying that part. Yeah.
Okay. Relationship, touchy subjects, and my husband says all the time, I cannot cook, but she can order. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all got that relationship where y'all honest with each other. Don't cook, we don't eat. Okay. All right. Next touchy subject in relationships. Now, these are relationships. These aren't boyfriend and girlfriend.
Lopsided.
These are relationships that are here forever.
We can hear you.
Okay, we can hear Mo. You good, Mo?
Yes, I'm good now.
Mo, how does a man tell you can't cook in a relationship? How would he have to tell you? What?
The nice way?
Well, like what? Give me an example. Like he really don't like your food in real life, like for real.
So 2 things. You might see him grab the salt and pepper and just start shaking it and putting it all over his food before he even tastes the food.
That is a clue.
I'm putting
a lot of salt and pepper.
I'll put a whole bunch of hot sauce on it. Hot sauce make it even taste good. So that, or he might say, babe, like, can you put a little extra, this or a little extra that when you cook it? Or can you, I like mine like not so done. Something like that.
Not so done.
Or
not so done. Stop burning shit, motherfucker.
Not so done. Okay. Not so done.
Burning shit. I like that.
Say,
that's good.
Babe,
or if they say it tastes interesting.
Yeah, this is different. This is different. I never had it this way before. This is different.
Yeah, don't do that again, please. Okay, all right. Those are good examples on how. And there was something I was gonna say. Dude, you were saying that you like do this, do that. Oh, you know what people get offended by me? And please, if you've ever cooked for me, please, I don't mean any offense. I love ketchup. Yes. I'm gonna repeat. Y'all don't understand. I love ketchup. And anybody who cooks for me gets so offended because I have to put ketchup on everything. And people who are
never put ketchup on none you ate in my house.
Yeah, because I didn't want to ask for the ketchup. I'm always insecure because people get offended. No, people really get offended. Like they're like,
Mike been all in my refrigerator. Mike was the refrigerator raider.
All I had was refrigerator over there. I think we had pizza. What did we have?
No, the other time you came, we had food.
Oh,
and nigga, you ate.
I know I ate, but I'm insecure about asking people for ketchup because I put ketchup on everything.
I put ketchup on everything too, Mike. Even my eggs. So don't.
Yes, I put it on my eggs. Yes, I put it on everything.
Yes, eggs, potatoes, and I still hit that syrup on my French toast.
Yes,
next to it.
Yes, and if it mixes together, I don't care. It's all good. My mom will be like, "You are going to take a bite. You're gonna take a bite out of that without the ketchup on it. You're gonna." I'm like, Jesus, it's seasoning to me. Yeah, everything is just a little seasoning. I put it on everything.
Should be part of one of the major food groups. I feel like it's not right if it don't got ketchup on it. Like,
yes, thank you, Mo. Okay, all right. Now these are relationships that are working. These are relationships that two people are literally in for real. These ain't just like boyfriend or girlfriend. Like none of this. This is you met the person. This is the person you're gonna stay with forever. And you have a best friend that your significant other despises, male or female. And he's like, or she's like, that bitch or that dude is not coming in my house again. But this is your best friend. What do you
my
do?
Best friend?
Yeah, and now this is the relationship forever. These two people are just oil and water. And that person says, listen here, who's not coming back in this house ever again is that person. Who wants to
can
go
answer
first?
that. I'll go first because I've been in that situation on the other side. But I would respect the person that I'm with and just tell if this my friend, then I'll be like, look,
your best friend. Your best friend.
Yeah, because me and my best friend have been here because me and her husband didn't get along. We ain't get along. We ain't got along since 1994. And
the 90s.
Listen, since 1994, me and that man never got along. They're divorced now, but I was just like, listen, that's who you building a life with. So take care of your family. You know how to get at me. I'm always here. And so, we did what we had to do. We ain't talked for a couple of years. Not like because we were mad at each other, but it was just, that's her husband. They got kids. They trying to do something. She know I'm here if she need me. If she know how to holler hootie hoo, and I'll be there. And I mean, and then they ended up getting a divorce.
Damn, so. Don Page said he had that problem. Put that comment back on and get back on Instagram. I'm sorry. They put a time limit on my Instagram live that I get like, I don't know how much time I get, and then they shut me down. It's like the countdown. I should warn y'all before it happens. Don Page said, I have that problem. The two separate. I don't know what that means.
He just separates the two. Like, I guess he doesn't have them together. But I mean, if it's your friend and they want you to be
my spouse
happy.
can't tell me who can come in my house.
Go ahead, Shaquisha. Go ahead. No,
my spouse can't tell me that my best friend can't come in my house. Like, especially if that's my friend longer than I've known you, because like that relationship, when it happened, that relationship is no longer a relationship. And I said, you really don't want me to choose because she was here before you. She's going to be here after you, which is what happened. But I really believe that if your spouse loves you and respects you, he wouldn't want you to make that choice. Why would he want you to choose between him and your best friend if
he
your
hates
best
her.
friend is not doing something to violate your relationship?
No, he hates her. Like they really don't like each other.
Problem. Like if she hasn't done anything to you, like if she disrespects you, I will call her on that and we will stop that. But you just not liking her and telling me that she can't come to the house. That ain't
obviously something has happened between these two. They just don't get along.
Right.
Like we're in the same house. They do not get along, and it goes down every time. And I'm not gonna walk upstairs just because your friend comes over. Like it's my house.
It's mine too.
I know.
You can't tell me who can come in.
No, but I know it's our house, and I don't expect you to walk upstairs because somebody you don't like, one of my friends, you don't like. So I'm walking around this house, and it's a constant. They say something slick, and it goes down every time. And your husband is like,
and I would call her on it. Like you're not gonna disrespect my husband, and I wouldn't let my husband disrespect my best friend. So,
but that's why.
But the question is, if he asks you to, if he says this is the question, is why it's called touchy. Relationship questions. He asks you, she's not coming in the house again. We're gonna have a relationship problem. What do you do? What do you say? Does she freeze?
She's coming back in the house. If I say she's coming back in the house, sorry.
Okay. All
So,
right. Is there? Go ahead.
So that's
go ahead,
a
Mo.
sit-down conversation. No, that's a sit-down conversation.
It is.
Because number one, what you're saying is when you say no, she's not coming back in my house. First and foremost, when you get married, it's y'all house.
All right, take the my before y'all run with wait. Before y'all run with that, take the my out because I know that turns into an excuse and y'all want to make it all. It's our house, obviously.
But if it's our house and you can't tell me who can come and who can't come in the house, if it's our house.
This is why it's called touchy subjects because it makes me uncomfortable in our house, which is also my house. Go ahead, Mo.
So right. So in that, there needs to be a conversation about okay, number one, what's the root of the problem? Why don't you like her? It can't be because in the back of your mind you think she a hoe and you gonna think she gonna have me out there hoeing too.
No, it's not
that. It can't be anything like that.
Right. It's
It
not
has to
that.
be something. It has to be something that's tangible that you guys can
Yes.
sit down and say, "Okay, I get it." And then, being the woman, you should go back and talk to your friend and say, "Look, bestie, like we got to figure this out." Especially if that person has been in your life for a long time, like in Sequisa's you know situation. You don't want to, as a mate, even if I didn't like my husband's best friend, he'll hear about it. I don't like that nigga. But
Right.
I would never ever make him choose
Ever.
between the two. There
Well,
are
you're
some
not making them
things in your
choose. You're
relationship.
not making them. You're not making them choose.
Yes, you
Like
are.
you can still hang out.
No.
You're just not gonna be. You're
But
not gonna
but
be up in
when
here.
No.
So I'm a
You making
social bug.
choice.
I love to entertain. So if I'm in my house and I'm inviting everybody but your best friend, that means I'm not being inclusive of you, and I'm not honoring you as well. So I think that if it's
Right.
not something where he or she has disrespected your relationship, or done something egregious, dog, it's only a couple of
Well,
hours
well, well,
for a
well.
function in your house.
Obviously, everything you said happened because the person now, this is the person that you're gonna be with
Yeah.
forever.
Hmm.
Everything you just said was egregious, and when you do have the sit down conversation, it turns into another war on that sit down conversation. Then,
But
because
it shouldn't.
what Shawnee did, I respect totally because that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah,
And
Like
I've
it
done
shouldn't.
that with more than one friend. And like these are my friends since I was
like
first
I,
grade, third grade. Like because like the guy friend that I had like that, he got married. It was crazy how I married and nobody was supportive. I was the only one that was supportive. I don't know what happened, but the wife got mad at me. And like I didn't do nothing. And I was
I
like,
didn't know what that was about.
the same thing. I told him, I said, look, dude, you done married that chick.
That's that
Y'all
phone.
got plans. I'm here. Don't be holding on to don't fight for our friendship because I'm gonna be your friend regardless.
Mm.
If she hit the
yeah,
door and you call me, I'm here. I'm here. That's how deep our love goes. Same thing with my homegirl, Dwayla. Look, I love her. The same thing that she's remarried now. If that happens, I'm gonna respect their relationship and back
Mhm.
off because at the end of the day, that is my friend, and I am
Mhm.
her friend, and I'm gonna be there. But I'm not gonna, they trying to build some because like with my homeboy, it wasn't like if him and his wife split up, I ain't hooking up with him.
exactly.
I'm not gonna
Exactly.
be laying up with you. So you
Once you
need to make
leave, the
that.
problem stays.
Yeah, you need to make that work out with her because then we gonna be going through you meeting another woman and the same thing. So I just think that the person that's the friend, if they can see that okay, this is causing a problem for my friend, then let me just pull back a little and let them work that out. And then because what I didn't tell you about Dwayla, in the end, me and her husband ended up talking to each other, being, cordial. Wasn't as,
Mm.
as bad as it was,
Right.
but I mean, it was some stuff that went down that I was like, I don't know about this Joker. But that's who
Like
you
They
married,
want you
so I'm
around.
gonna
in,
But
in my
no,
see my
he
case.
didn't want me around. No, he didn't want me around. He didn't want me
That's
around
why.
at all. And he didn't want me around because I would speak up on his BS.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But
but that's why
but
that's
but
why it's
this is what I
important.
had to realize. If she okay
Mhm.
with that, that ain't
Yeah.
my problem.
Right.
That's not my problem. If you okay with him doing that, then that's you. And girl, I'm here and I don't need to be a problem in you all's relationship and you're trying to fix it. So I just removed myself. But she knew how to
Now,
call me and
But for
stuff.
long term
If Jay,
I don't.
friendship,
hold
go
on, hold
ahead.
on. If Jay Black allowed me in his house, let's say
Mhm.
Jay Black allowed me in his house,
That's a
right?
big if. That's a big
And
if.
and
He don't
and
let
and
you
he
in the
asked,
house.
and he invited me to his house,
What?
and I've never been to Jay Black's
That's a
house.
big if.
That's a big if. I've never been to Jay Black. He lives kind of far. But I ain't never been to Jay Black's house. Jay Black, he's funny with his house. But if he did, and Lady Q, my presence, like rubbed Lady Q the wrong way for real, I wouldn't go. It don't mean we can't be friends. I just wouldn't go to the house because I'm like, I know how important that relationship is to him. So
Mhm.
I would be like, why? First of all, it's not that big a deal that I can't go to my best friend's house. To me, I don't know. Maybe it's just a man. Maybe it's just a man thing.
Yeah.
It's not
to
a
me,
big
it's
deal.
not that big of a deal because we can meet somewhere else.
Yeah. Like if you don't want me in the house, that's cool. I'm a giggle about it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, well, I get it.
I don't think the forever part comes in because I don't think a person who wants to be with you forever would tell you that your best friend is not allowed in your house. That's kind of what my mindset is. I wouldn't expect someone who's going to be with me forever to put stipulations on me that I wouldn't put on them.
You ever have a person, not now exclude your best friend, or you ever just have a person that you just can't be in the same room with?
Oh, absolutely. Family. Several family members.
That no matter what you do, even
Right.
when you tell yourself, don't say nothing. Like, don't say nothing. Just keep your mouth shut. Just go in there, say happy birthday to the person at birthday party it is. Don't say nothing. But somehow or another, a word gets said by that person in a different conversation that you hear, and you know they trying to say it so that you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And God just doesn't work that day. God didn't work that day.
And for me, because I was in a church, and that was the only thing that saved.
What were you gonna
to get in the church?
You hadn't been in the church, it would have went down. So, okay, Mo, what were you gonna say? What's gonna be your final comment, and then we can move on to the next touchy subject.
My final comment is that's why it's so important when you're dating somebody and you think that it's getting serious. You need to, especially when you got those long-term friends who are more like your sisters or your brothers, they're more like family than friends. It's very important. I call it the vetting process. It's part of the vetting process.
Yep.
You need to, my friends, my close inner circle needs to be like, all right, I see, yeah, he's good for you. But if they see stuff that you may not even perceivably see, I'm going to take that into consideration.
What the fuck is this, America's Next Top Model? I got to go in front of the panel and shit? Like,
listen,
I got
listen,
I mean, but
I'm telling you, when
that
you're,
works
I'm
both
not
ways,
talking about
though.
your boy, like just your boys you hang out with, associates. I'm talking about your long term, like Jay Black.
Right.
Yeah, Jay Black. You're not going to just up and get married and give Jay Black the invitation to the wedding without, I gotta bring her around Jay Black. I need to see what if he sees something. They need to meet. Your friends need to be able to weigh in because that's your lifelong partner.
No, I didn't
do that. Your inner circle, and I'm not talking about, like I said, your associates, your homeboys, and nothing like that. Your person. Jay Black is one of your people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't bring around like purposely. Like I could marry somebody and Jay Black never meet her.
But I'm suggesting that if that person is important and you look like you're gonna, go into a long-term relationship with that person, you better bring your inner circle to meet that person. Because once you're married to somebody and something like this jumps off, it puts you in the worst type of situation. Like, it's very hurtful. Because you're gonna have a longing for being around your friend. And I know it sounds deep, but when you have these relationships that are more like family than friendships, and then your spouse say, well, you can't be around that person and that person can't come to our house, you don't understand the type of heartache that it brings, because it's like a grieving process. You're grieving and you're missing that part of your life that's been there for so long that you got to give up for this other person.
That's deep, because I wouldn't. Maybe I'm just cold. I wouldn't grieve.
Yeah, this is the thing. It is
have
deep,
that type of relationship with somebody to understand that.
Yeah, but sometimes your inner circle, these people that you've been around so long, sometimes their intentions aren't always right. Just because they've been there all the time,
your person. I ain't talking about your girls you rock with.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. And if you've decided to, tell this person, okay, we're gonna be together, and they can see some things too that you can't necessarily see. And so to, just be like, well, I'm not cutting my friends. And I've said that before, like, look, these are my friends. Whenever I meet a guy and I do that, I'm like, Bink is my friend, Action is my friend, Mike is my friend. They not going nowhere. But at the same time, Jay, Mike, Bink, Action, they conduct themselves a certain way. So there's no room for that. But if there was a friend that was a little disrespectful, and I think that's when that comes up, not just because I don't like her, not that, I don't like that friend so they can come. I'm thinking in my mind something has happened that was just over the top where this person would say, hey, you know what? I really don't want them in our space. This is our space where we create our vibe, and when they come, it throw everything off. That like some shit done happen. Not just I don't like her because she be wearing them lace fronts all the time. Her clothes too tight.
No, and I get what you're saying. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
like
something.
that.
And women, don't jump. Please don't all jump on me at the same time. I'm gonna J Black this right now.
Okay.
Women seem to be freer with their opinions about somebody's man than men are about somebody's woman. J Black's been involved with women that one particular person that I in my mind, I was like, I hope this works out. And I was hoping against hope, right? And I never said anything. Like, I didn't give my opinion on that because you in love.
Mm-hmm.
You in that zone. And I didn't say anything. And I pray, and trust me, I keep y'all in my prayers. Y'all may think I don't, but I do. And I was like, God, please let this not turn into something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I never said nothing. But I think women are faster to say, and maybe for bad or good, maybe it's a positive thing, and maybe it could be a negative thing. Women are faster to say, yo, you need to do this, and that. Guys, really, the guys that I'm around, I had that. Matter of fact, I had it twice. 2 times I had that in my life where I was like, something ain't right. Like something ain't equal in this relationship. And I kept it to myself because I was like, for me, it wasn't my place. I'm not trying to stir that pot up. For me, even though we were great friends, I'm not putting it in there because I already know what the response is going to be. The response is going to be, you don't know her. You don't know her like I know her. And he's right. I don't know her like you know her. So that's why I never say that. I just think women are faster with their friendships to be like, hey, that motherfucker right there, you need to be
Well, it doesn't have to be that, but just even looking at the dynamics of how they interact. And it doesn't have to be off of just one meet and greet. I'm saying it's essential if you think that you're going to pursue somebody and be in a long-term relationship with somebody. They need to meet your inner circle. And I'm not talking about your homegirls. I'm talking about your person.
Your real friends.
Your like I said, who that's like family.
Remember the parameters of what I said. I said this relationship is built to last.
Yeah.
So if you break up with this person, what you're doing, if you break up with this person because your friends don't like him, you're just I'm just saying, if you happen not to, I'm telling you, this is guaranteed. This relationship is gonna last. Put the passage from Kevin Kersey. Now, Kevin.
Well, there were 2 good passages.
All right, give me one passage at a time. Give me one.
So
passage
let's do Josh's. Josh says, my best friend is in Ohio. I'm in Texas. She got in a new relationship. When I visited last time, I told her let's meet. Let's all meet for dinner because he doesn't know me. Yet this joker hates me and he never even met me. Now we hardly ever talk. I'll be there when it's over. So
when it's over.
Yeah, she predicted it's over. Don't put that energy out there.
He predicted that it's over. I can get that because he's never even taken the time to, because he's saying, all right, let's just all sit down and meet and then we'll know each other and it's cool, but that's still his best friend is what he's saying. So I get that. Now Kevin says,
well, that title never goes away, but I know that it's definitely, a lot of people feel it a deep loss when they have to choose their mate over their mate over their best friend and somebody who's been there for everything. Because what that means is every time there's a celebratory moment in my life, whether it be us having children,
just don't have it at the house,
going through different things, that means I can't have that person.
Just don't have it at the house. Just don't have it at the house.
I mean, but it's okay because I felt that way about my homeboy that I've known him since I was in the 1st grade. So everything I went through as a kid, he was there. His parents were there for me, and it hurt. But you know what? I'm all right. Like I said, at the end of the day, I wasn't ready to end up with. We weren't about to be a couple. So at some point, that relationship it came to that point to where we were at that fork in the road, and it was just like, hey, you know what? I'm still your friend, but go take care of what you got to take care of. Because why am I gonna stick around? This is my friend, and I love him, and I truly love him. Why am I going to stick around just because I can to cause drama for him. I want him to be happy. So if that means I got to move away, then I'm gonna move away. You know, and every year, because our birthdays are close to each other, we usually hit each other up. Hey, how you doing? Check in. But it's not the end of the world. It's really not. So that's who he loves, wanted to build a family with, and I want to see him happy and successful. So as a friend, I'm pull away so he can do that. Do I miss him? Yeah, I miss being able to pick up the phone and tell him, you know, the stuff, because this is the first person that was really honest with me. You know, that would like tell me, no, girl, you ain't right. You know, he's more like a brother to me than anything. So yeah, it does hurt, but I mean, at some point,
I know for sure that no, Ashley, I'm not marrying Mr. Man. She called him Mr. Man. I am not getting married until definitely before I get married, Mike and them will have to meet the fiance.
Don't put that pressure on me, man. Don't put that pressure on me.
I already know that's
Kevin wanted Jay Black the game. He said, when you are married, your husband and wife are first over any friend. If that friend or friends causes continuous negative drama between the husband and wife after addressing the issue with them, where if that friend is wrong and refuses to correct that wrong or wrongs, they need to be cut off from the husband and wife, no matter how many years of friendship. All friends aren't meant to be in our lives forever, being there for a season, and we may have a friend or friends that will be friends until the end, I guess. Okay.
So in that case, he's talking about unresolved conflict. You're talking about there is a designated problem that you cannot overcome. What I'm talking about is you just saying, I don't like that friend.
But that's what I keep trying to emphasize. That's not what it is. I keep emphasizing that's not what it is. There's a rooted problem that these people really both don't like each other.
Well, it would depend on the problem then, on how my answer would go.
On the problem, and if it's a continue,
if it's her, if she's the issue, then of course.
Yeah, if you're causing confusion in a marriage, I definitely would say, well, that's not a friend, because a friend wouldn't continually cause drama to be in your relationship.
But some of them do.
Then that's not,
and that's the truth.
My friendship. Yeah,
but and they'll say, well, I was here, and some people know that they know that they causing the problem and they don't care, and it happens both ways with female friends or male female friends, just because they can. And so the person has to recognize that, and if they can't recognize that, and their attitude is just, no, this is my friend, I'm a, you know, they gonna keep coming to the house. Well, it's a problem. It's like, okay, well, your friend's more than your relationship, because
all right, so
let's different.
Let's keep it on that note. Now we're gonna talk about in-laws. We're gonna talk about in-laws. You just simply, the in-laws, y'all do not get along. Now, obviously, you can't stop somebody's mother from coming or father from coming to the house. I don't think you can. I'm sure it's happened.
It has happened. Yes.
I'm sure it's happened. Now, a friend, I'm like Shaquisa. I'm not budging. A friend that I don't like is never coming over. Else we just not gonna work. But like a mother or father is a little different. Like a mother or father is a little different because it's a mother or father. And maybe I might have to walk upstairs when this dude comes. Maybe I might have to go in the other room or just be cordial and say hi. How do you handle this? I'll start with Shaquisa, since you're our guest today. How do you handle an in-law drama where there is tension with you and the in-laws, whether it be the mother or the father?
It depends on the level of disrespect.
Okay, what's the level? Give me an example of what you feel is disrespect, because that word disrespect is generic. Like everybody got a different version of what disrespect is.
Yeah.
Talking to me like I'm crazy in my own house. Like that, to me, that's a deal breaker. And I believe, I don't care if it's the mother, I don't care if it's Jesus, I don't care who it is. If you are disrespectful to me in my house, then I have the right to say, no, I don't want this person around. But luckily, I don't have that problem, just in case my mother-in-law is watching. I love you.
I've never had that problem either. I've never, like, me either. But okay,
I've seen on TV, like I think it was Married to Potomac, when the mother came over and she was calling the wife a gold digger and all this stuff in front of her kids. Like, I mean, if your husband don't check his mama, then you got to do something, because you can't allow that disrespect to continue.
Now, I have seen in other places where a mother-in-law has critiqued the house.
Nice.
Like critiqued on how the house was being kept and said shit out loud. And was like, this is how you're supposed to do this. Or there was something that there was a way, it wasn't waxing the floors. But let's say something like waxing the floors. Like the person comes in and says, it was something like, man, these floors ain't been waxed in a while. I could tell that this ain't been done in a while. And I was sitting there eating like, yo.
I would handle the wax.
I said, oh, girl is saying this out loud for us to hear. And the house was beautiful. Like the house was really beautiful. I was just sitting there I was like, all right, let's see where this is going to go. All right, Mo, your opinion. Well, how do you deal with the in-laws? And she's critiquing something about you.
Well, first and foremost, I smile anytime I'm going to say something. I feel like I want to say something nasty out my mouth. And it helps me. It helps me.
Cut them with a smile.
Luckily, my playoff skills are very well. And the way that I was always raised to respect people's parents, respect, but at the same time, as an adult, and you're talking about wife, you ain't talking about girlfriend, wifey, or nothing like that. You're talking about, I am your wife.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I think that it would be the husband's responsibility to talk to his mother independently, so that she doesn't feel like he flexing for his new wife or his wife. Mm-hmm. You need to talk to your mother independently and make her understand, yes, mom, I came out your ass, but pick up that Bible, because my duty and my respect, I owe that to my wife. And so in order to come over and get to play and kiss the grandbabies and do all of these things, I'm gonna need you to play nice in the sandbox.
Okay, do a tease. Okay, learn something new every day. I'm gonna use that on Mo when I want your best friend to get cut off. Your do a tease.
Do a tease.
I like that. Do a tease. Shawnee, your turn, Shawnee. You have been married before.
Yeah, I never had that problem. But I would. Well, I had it in reverse. It was I'm of this thing, but I had to talk with my mom, because I'm big on respect, and you treat people a certain way. So if it was the opposite, I would go to my husband and tell him, hey, I feel this way about this, and this. And then at that point, to me, it's on him to have a conversation with his mom or whoever, to get things straight, because I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, hey, you can't come over here with all that. We're not gonna do that, okay? We're not gonna do that. And then if it doesn't get resolved, then like I'll say, like if it's my mom, then what'll happen is I'll just go visit her at her house. You won't be able to participate in the stuff over here, because you ain't coming in my house being disrespectful to nobody. Not in my house. I just don't. That's one thing. When you go to somebody's house, you respect their house however you feel about it. If you don't like them, there's tension there. There's still a way to be cordial, but you ain't about to come over here and just say, oh, the floor ain't clean and this ain't happening. Like, y'all ain't cut. I'd be like, you gonna do it? You gonna do it?
I guess we don't just clean floorboards here, huh? We just don't clean floorboards up in this.
I got a front door and I got a back door. You can choose
which one you want to use?
Your ass out of.
Ooh, y'all quick to throw out in-laws, boy.
Listen, I think it's disrespectful to come to anybody's house. I don't care if I see dust all around your baseboards. I'm not gonna say anything, because that's your home. I don't have to come there. I'm a visitor.
So we got 20. Let me read. Oh boy.
The finger in the face.
My mother-in-law put her finger in my face and wasn't allowed to come back to our house until she apologized. But at this point, she is welcome, because she isn't welcome, I guess, because she's so disrespectful. Thankfully, Basil has my back. Okay. Yeah, that finger in the face, that could have led to some physical that was a dangerous one. You know what it is? You know what the problem is? it's like women, y'all can go to your man and say, yo, you're gonna have to check your mom, or else there's only gonna be so many times I'm gonna let her get away with what she said. For a dude, when another man plays you in your house, it's kind of hard to go to your wife and be like, check your dad, because you feel like you're being bitched in your house by another man. And
That's why it's important.
it gets a little touchy, because you like, this dude is really, maybe it's just the male ego, and maybe I'm just falling into the male ego.
Yes.
But if my kids are in the house and they're watching another man talk to me a certain way,
right,
I don't think I can wait to go talk to my wife. Like I just, because first of all, my daughters are gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Like,
hey Nia,
they're gonna be like, what, Dad, you just gonna let him say? And I don't even know if my breathing exercises, the 4-second in, the 4-second hold,
You don't know if the hand,
4-second, the box. Yeah. I don't know if that's even gonna work at that time. But I know the right thing to do would be, yo, go get your dad. But the thing is, you're not going to be able to get your dad after the party's over. Like, you need to go get your dad now.
So let me ask you this, Mike. Would it be more appropriate for you to ask the dad to, hey, can I speak with you outside?
Yeah.
So that
Yes.
your family, so that
Yes.
your children don't look and say, now, do I not respect Pop?
Right.
You know, or like, and have to be in the middle of that type of situation.
Okay. You just answered my question. Yes, that's the answer. But the only problem is, when we go outside, I don't know what's going to happen then. It can wind up even being worse, because, dads feel a certain, and I'm never like that with Amani's boyfriend. I'm never like that, because I know how uncomfortable I've been made to feel for no reason. That's the J Black technique. Make a motherfucker feel as uncomfortable as possible. And I ain't mad, because I know a lot of fathers who do that. I just think it's unfair unless the man has done something. Don Page said, for the first 10 years of my marriage, me and my in-laws didn't get along at all, so I would never be around them. But thank God things have gotten better over time. Yeah, sometimes times can make things heal.
So let's go back to the vetting process. Before you get married and before all of these things happen, there's not been situations where you have your parents and your significant other and your future husband or wife in the same room or in like some of the same events together?
You should. But everybody's on a different level, because nobody knows where their relationship is going. Sometimes things change when you marry somebody, but you should.
But engagement, what about the engagement period? Why get engaged?
I mean, sometimes they act funny during that part, but it's different when they start coming over to your house. I mean, it happens, and it could be going on, because I know, like, my mom is very judgmental. So, but I know this, and see, that's the thing. People won't be honest about. If people would be honest about their people, because I already know when you come in with the people, I'm like, hey, you live your life, I'm living mine.
Like, my two grandmothers.
This is what it is.
My two grandmothers turned out to be the greatest friends ever. But before my mom and dad got married, it was war. Now, for somebody not to like my mom, listen, I know we all say this about our moms, and I say this for somebody not to like my mom, you have to have the devil in you. You literally have to have the devil implanted in your heart, because my mom accepts everybody. Like, my mom literally will see the mass shooting and cry for the kids and literally say, what was that boy going through who shot everybody? Yes. Like, that's what that's how my mom's thought process. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not thinking about the shooting. She says, but what was he going through that he would shoot his own grandmother in the face and then shoot all those innocent kids? Like, that's her. But my grandmother's was at fucking war. And my dad saw my mom's mom physically discipline her, and she was like 19 or 20 at a party. And my dad was like, it took everything I had not to turn that party out. So these people was really, neither one of them wanted them to get married. Neither family wanted them to get married. And they had to ignore both parties and do it anyway. Fast forward 10 years later, these people are with each other every Saturday night. Like, every Saturday night, they're gambling with each other and laughing and going to play bingo. So sometimes you can't listen to the vibes that your parents are giving off. All right, how much time we got? 8:45. You guys are doing wonderful. This is a very adult conversation.
My fiance and my father have an independent relationship outside of me.
Oh, that's great.
And it's something that they have chose to cultivate. And I'm happy because now it's not you trying to convince or explain to your parents like this person is a good person or this person is a good person for me. They're cultivating their own space. And I think that that's something that's important for a lot of people. If you have that affordability to do that with your significant others parents.
Be careful with that, because my family told me they were choosing my husband if we got a divorce. They were going with him.
Wow.
Oh, sidebar, no segue. In family things, I think things are weird. When my sister got married the first time, her husband, who's a super nice guy, the relationship just didn't work out. He invited me to his bachelor party. I was like, why would I go? You about to marry my sister? Like, why would I want to go to your? I was like, I thank you, but no thank you. Like, I don't want my father at my bachelor party. Like, I don't want any adults.
That's why you have two. You have the mild one, and then you have the one where you wild out with your
when you turn
yeah. I wasn't going to my sister's like, you got a titty in your mouth and you about to marry my sister. I mean, I'm trifling, but I can't get down with that. Get down. All right, last one. I'm thinking which one should we do first? Which one do we do? Which one is the last one? I needed Jay Black here for that. All right. How do you go about complaining about sex with your partner? How do you go about complaining that this sex is not popping? Because the other one, I gotta wait for Jay Black to be here because nobody's gonna get mad at me for playing. I'm not playing. I don't feel like.
Come on, we're gonna attack you. Come on.
Nah, I don't even feel like playing. I don't feel. We're about to wrap up the show.
Scared.
Yeah, because it's too much, and this medication works. I'm not even on edge. I'm so balanced right now.
We haven't had a popcorn and coffee time in a minute.
Yeah, like everything is all good. How do you
ready to trade off his medication for some aspirin? I'm ready to swap it out.
How do you explain to somebody the sex ain't going well? Like the sex is not like it's not. I mean, it's cool
for women or men because it's a different physical response.
Well, for us.
Because even if a guy has an orgasm, women think that the guy enjoyed sex. That doesn't mean
that's not true.
That doesn't mean we enjoyed it. It just means physically anything can make us come. Anything can make an orgasm pop off. How do y'all go about telling the partner? Do y'all say anything or do y'all try and change things naturally?
I like positive reinforcement. As a behavioral specialist, I like positive reinforcement.
Me on the back. Don't you pat me on the back.
I don't like to say, of course, sometimes we give the tap on the shoulder. Like,
don't do that. Don't be like, nice try.
Reinforcement. So I don't do the tap on the shoulder. I don't encourage the tap on the shoulder. Like,
okay. All right. So what do you encourage? How do you go about it?
So I encourage modeling. Your hand is here, but I like it over here. So you take the hand and you move it over there. I like it this way. You going to the left and I like it to the right. So I might move your hip slightly over to the right.
Got you.
So that's subtle. It's not killing because y'all men got some strong egos when it comes to sex game. You think you're the king of the world. Like you on a Titanic, with your chest out. Like, that you can please any and every woman and everybody's body is different. So, and you don't want to be a dream killer to your mate.
Dream killer.
Right. You want to make sure that he still has feelings of grandeur. So you do it in a way to where you just make these little adjustments or you make suggestions or you say, hey, can we try it this way?
Right.
Or I really like when you did it this way.
Gotcha.
So you're reinforcing the good things that they're doing instead of saying, nigga, you ain't hitting the spot. You're not doing this right. Because that's all they hear is I am a failure. I'm no good.
No, I'm just gonna stick it in your butt. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stick right now.
Wow.
This is your punishment for dissing me. Okay. Well, I think that's the way to go. That right now, I'm cool with that. Nobody's ego gets hurt. Nobody gets offended. But what if your favorite position is his least favorite position?
Sometimes, baby, you gotta take one for the team.
Okay. All right.
It's
Well, at
like
least
you
you were
said,
honest.
like men, you're gonna get there, right?
Right.
But women's bodies are a little bit more. You got to put on your the backpack and explore.
Yeah.
Men,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
just the one. It's one thing or the other.
You can
Yeah.
tell
Women,
Mo be
it's a
selling the
little bit
rose.
more.
She got
It's a,
in-depth answers. All right, go ahead,
it's a
Sequisa.
little bit
What?
more to it.
How, we got. All right, go ahead, Sequisa.
I agree with Mo. Verbal clues, telling them which way to go. But really, if you don't like it, just take over. Take the lead, take charge. And then
Nice.
that way you can get it however you want it.
Damn, I ain't mad at that. Shawnee Scott.
Well, if they will let you take charge, that's the thing. Me
Yes.
personally, I would just not during it. During it, I might say, okay, do this, remove the hand or whatnot. But then afterwards, maybe like a couple hours later, maybe a day later, we gonna have a conversation. Like, listen, let's talk about this, and let's put
That
some
never goes
things on
well. That never goes well.
I mean, but you have to be. I mean, it depends on your person, because I'm very transparent and I'm very black and white. At the same time, it's like ain't no gray area. It's like okay,
Shawnee gonna sit you down and say, you know what happened Tuesday? It's Thursday. Like, what happened Tuesday?
So like, let's talk about what happened on Tuesday.
What happened on Tuesday? We watched Ozark. What happened?
Yeah,
but it is very important to communicate with your mate and tell he or she if they're not satisfying you. Don't ever lie about your orgasm, please and thank you.
Yeah,
Don't
please.
ever
Yeah,
lie
I wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't be rude about it. Like I'm not rude about it, and I'm not gonna make the person feel less than. But when you're when you in this position, where you're learning each other, or you got to talk about it. That's the mature thing. Why we gonna sit there and keep doing this and you don't know what I really want?
Yeah, because
That's a waste of everybody's time.
It's gonna start building up It's gonna start building up resentment in the relationship. Ain't nothing wrong with toys. There's nothing wrong with toys. Now,
Absolutely not.
Some guys are offended by toys. I'm not offended by toys.
But
I'm
your
like,
mate
bring it in.
has to be receptive. Your mate has to be receptive to that.
Stacey said I lied before. I'm sure somebody's lied to me because I was drunk as hell. They just wanted it to finish. But go ahead. Let me get some of the more comments. J. Marie said something about adjusting the man's head or something like that. So I guess we know what you were talking about. Trendsetter said, fuck toys. Okay. I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm not using no damn toys.
Oh, no, I'm not using the toys. She's using the toy. Like she's got.
Well, you use the toy on her. I mean, that's.
But toys are not meant to replace you or say that you're doing a bad job. You can use them to enhance whatever's going on with y'all. It's supposed to be a mutually enjoyable thing. It's not supposed to make you feel inferior. You can never.
Joy said if the loving earlier, Joy said if the loving ain't right, the relationship is over, period. Joy said I hit him with I think we should just be friends right after sex. God damn, like can you
savage.
Radio media training.
Do it all the time. So what you about to do after that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk. We gonna have a talk.
Why can't women get up and say, so I'm about to go hit the gym. You good? Like, or hey, I'm about to why can't women do the same thing?
Oh, what you mean? You good? Like, you can do something before you go to the gym?
No, meaning like, ooh, where's the time going? I got shit to do.
Yeah, it was whack. So I got you ain't. You ain't put me to sleep. You ain't knocked me. You ain't put me to sleep. So I got energy to go do stuff.
That's a sign.
But then some of y'all women are different. Some of y'all just like y'all get more energy after orgasms. Like what like y'all want to chit chat and just I was like, we need to sleep.
That's still a layer. The chit chatting though is still a layer of intimacy. For some women. So if a woman becomes very talkative after y'all do something, it doesn't mean that like she's in bliss, she's satisfied. So that means that's just another extension to her intimacy with you.
Y'all don't turn the gym into the code word to whack dick. You're like, I'm gonna hit the gym now. What? Remember when what
tells you she's about to go to the gym and you just thought that you put it down, you didn't put it down.
I thought you was I got it. Remember when Whitney and Waiting to Exhale? Oh yeah, the part where he but it wasn't Whitney. I thought it was the other girl.
That
guy. Yeah, because he was horrible. Well, I mean, looking at it, he seemed. I would have been like, just stop.
But
It's
there's
okay.
some men
Don't
who
even worry
actually,
about it.
it could feel good to a woman. It could feel good, but you didn't get her there.
Yeah.
And so
Let me
that
know.
needs to be a conversation, especially because all women who know their bodies by now, know how to get there. They know what gets them there. So a man has to be open for that level.
Got to be, because the communication is the final goal as the team is to have the orgasm. Like that's the final.
There are
That's the
men
goal.
out there who feel like the one way that they do it is the one way that should be able to get every woman on the face of the earth to the mountaintop, and that's just not true, guys. It's just not true.
You've done something.
Sorry, not sorry.
What was no? You're absolutely right with that. What was the last? The one before, was that Kathy? The comment before?
Yeah, Kathy.
We're having a conversation because you're not going to keep selling me short, thinking you're doing something. You've done something. Yeah, y'all be wondering why guys. Y'all be wondering why guys have to have egos, because if you don't, motherfuckers will kill you. Mo, I've done that before. What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to Nikki.
Mo, I've done that before and was told that I was treating him like a piece of meat. Well, technically, we both pieces of meat when we having sex, y'all.
I mean,
we both using each other for something.
It's a steak fest.
Yeah, we trying to get there. We both love each other, but we trying to get there. I've been like, get up, sir. Damn. Okay, J. Marie. I mean,
that's the infamous tap on the shoulder. That goes back. That's past the tap on the shoulder. You just told him to get the hell up.
Yeah, I hate when a woman fakes her orgasm. Yeah, like to me, you're not. If you're not gonna tell me, I'm not getting you there, I can't improve. So if you need me to add a twist, I'm open to a twist. Now, Jay Black said, if you want me to add a twist, which is if you want me to do an oral presentation, he needs you to go take a full show and clean up before he. That's what he said.
Oh Lord.
And normally,
all right. Well, great show, y'all.
Just down there.
You gotta go watch her. But I feel like as a woman, I'm sorry, like that's me. I'm hopping in the shower regardless, even if we in the house. I'm hopping in the shower first, and that's just me.
Yes, please hop in the shower, y'all. Everybody should hop in the shower. Like Stacey already knows it's going down, but I'm taking showers. Like, all right, go get in the shower. This has been great. It's been official. I'm gonna save the last one for when Jay Black gets back tomorrow. Shaquisha, thank you so much for joining us again. Yes. Our nurse practitioner. Get at her on Instagram and what else? Shaquisha, what else? Facebook, and she got books for sale. Go buy books, go buy whatever she promotes. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that, and understand there's only one thing in life that is guaranteed: it will end. So please enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for every single thing in your life, fight for your happiness. Never let anybody take that from you. Rodney Perry Live is up next. It's the TakeOver Legends. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top.